Stop number 23 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to the third and final road course race of the season, as we're here at the historic Glen, Watkins Glen, that is, in the beautiful Finger Lakes region of upstate New York, as we're set here for racing for 14 laps of racing at the Budweiser at the Glen, as we have had such a tremendous season so far. Had a great race in the Brickyard 400 where Dylan Young took the victory in that race. Young is starting outside pole for this event here, having won twice so far this season at not only at Indy, but also at Michigan as well, where we're heading to next race on the tour after this. For a second race at Michigan, that is. But on the pole for this event here is the queen of the road, Jessica Shelton, number 11 Budweiser Ford. Her wins. She also likewise has 2 wins this season. Her wins came at Texas and Darlington this season. Young, as I said, aforementioned, and of course the aforementioned Dylan Young, who won at Michigan, and of course the last race on the tour at Indy. Second row will have number 42, Kyle Matthews, also a 2-time winner at Bristol and Richmond. He's in the Melly Yellow Pontiac, and he'll be alongside the number 15 Motorcraft Ford of Joshua Osborne. Has yet to win a race this season, but I feel it's very close to doing so, I think, looks like. Third row will have William Brock, the number 4 Kodak Film Chevy, who won the season at Rockingham. He'll be alongside Jesse Turner, who has a win here at the Glen before, but has yet to win his first race this season. His best finish so far, a second at Auto Club. The fourth row will have Cole Deaver, the 3-time winner of the season so far, in the GM Goodwrench Chevy, car number 3. His wins this season came at Riverside. He also won at Martinsville, and he also won at his home state at Atlanta. Starting alongside of him will be Zachary Fitzwater, number 52, and App Auto Parts Ford. The next row now will have Johnny Gardner, who dominated at Dover this season. He'll be along in the Hooters Ford car number 7, and beside him, Preston Plord, number 18, the Interstate Batteries Chevy, excuse me. Next row down, we'll have Charles Sanford, number 24, DuPont Chevrolet, 3-time winner of the season. His wins came at the first Pocono race, the first Talladega race, and the race at the 600 at Charlotte. He'll be alongside a man whose only win came on a road course this season at Sonoma, Keith Batson of Texaco Haviland Ford, car number 28. Next row down is Dylan Poteet, number 22, Maxwell House Ford, and Becca Tellier of Valvoline Ford, car number 6. Her win this season came at New Hampshire. Next row down, Jay Jefferson, who won this season at Talladega, the second Talladega race that is, the number 5 Tide Ride. He'll be alongside number 16 Keystone Bear Ford of Cat Batson. Next row down has Eli Bright, number 8, the Rebus's Ford, the Daytona 500 champion this season. He'll be alongside 2-time winner this season, Quentin Moore. His wins came at North Wilkesboro and the second race at Pocono. Next row down has Nicholas Wade, number 14, the Kellogg's Cornflakes Chevy, and Diego Yepes, the pole sitter for the Brickyard 400, the number 1 Skull Classic Ford. Next row down has number 44, the STP Pontiac of Mike Becker, who won the season at Auto Club, and Paul Minnick, the number 90 Heilig-Meyer Stores Ford. Next row down is TJ Dent, number 68, the Country Time Ford. Beside him will be number 17, Zach Winkle, and the Western Auto Chevrolet. Next row down is Simon Bloomfield, number 9, the Orkin Pest Control Ford, who had a great run at the Brickyard, who had a solid run at the Brickyard 400 last race on the tour. And number 55, Jasper Engines Ford, and Nathan Ormond. Next row down is Riley Spurley, number 27, the McDonald's Ford. And the man who shocked them all at the Pepsi 400 winning that event is Mitchell Collins, number 40, the Dirt Devil Pontiac. Speaking of Pontiacs, there is another one here. Ty Dent, number 30, the Pennzoil Pontiac. And James Henry, number 75, Factory Stores of America Ford. Next row down has number 31, the Mom and Pop's Chevrolet of Jose Mills. And Vince Almarego, number 83, the Purex Detergent Ford. Next row down has Seth Cole, number 98, the Bojangles Ford. And beside him will be Rob Evans, number 12, Meineke Discount Mufflers Ford. Next row down has Ryan Brommer, number 833, the Skull Bandit Chevy. And Jonathan Zorla, number 25, Kodiak Chevrolet. And starting shotgun the field will be Sky Cummins in the number 26, Quaker State Ford. Here comes Commander. Fire him up.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
I guess you could say that should be ladies and gentlemen, start your engines, actually, because you got a woman on, because you got a lady on the front row here in this here at Watkins Glen. Watkins Glen is known as the super speedway of all road courses here because it is the fastest of the 3 road courses we run in this series. As the field will come down for turn number 11. This is an 11-turn road course here at the Glen. Pace car looks up on the pit road. The field being led by Jessica Shelton and Dylan Young, 2 of the 2-time winners this season. And Shelton, remember, is number 2 in the points chase. She may have a chance to gain some ground on Cole Deaver to get herself back in the championship hunt. Green flag is out. We're underway here at Watkins Glen. We talked about the points deficit. Shelton is 178 points out of the lead there in second place there. That's how dominant of the season Cole Deaver's had consistency-wise. As they come through the S's, as turns 2, 3, and 4, Shelton's in the lead. Kyle Matthews is in second position. Both of them carry in-car cameras in today's event, along with Seth Cole in the number 98 car. Here they come to the interlap. It's turns 5, 6, 7, and turn number 8. And now they go through the sweeping turn, and it's turn number 9. As they go down through, they're at just about around 110 miles per hour, at least these cars do. William Brock is now third position. Dylan Young's dropped to fourth, and Cole Deaver has gotten past Joshua Osborne to take number 5, took the 5th position away. As they come down through turn number 10, now through turn number 11, a couple of you got a right and a left, I guess you might say, as they come down to the start-finish line. Shelton leads the first lap. Here comes Kyle Matthews to the inside of Shelton for the number 1 position. As they go into turn number 1, Matthews has got the bite in that turn. Shelton takes it a little bit, gives him room, and Kyle Matthews is going to take the lead here at Watkins Glen. So Shelton gets her 5 bonus points for leading a lap, though, but now Kyle Matthews has the top spot at the moment as you ride on board Jessica Shelton's car. Now running second position at the moment as she closes it up on Kyle Matthews and goes into the inner loop at about 172 miles per hour. And down through the inner loop at about maybe 105, 106 miles an hour. And now gently comes back on the throttle here, down for this straightaway. And she'll knock on about 164 miles an hour into turn number 10, where they brake hard into that turn. And now goes to the short straight into turn number 11. Closes in on Matthews a bit. Matthews takes it a little bit wide. Her and Shelton both. And Matthews has to back up now. You ride with Shelton. She goes inside of Matthews again into turn number 1. And Kyle Matthews took that one a little bit too wide. Jessica Shelton goes to the lead here again at the Glen. And meantime, Dylan Young has now moved into third position as he's gotten past William Brock as they come up turn number 4. Jesse Turner now takes the 5th position away from Cole Deaver as he's still trying to hold off Joshua Osborne for position. There is the 3 and the 15 cars going at it. And throw Johnny Gardner in his mix of number 7 car in the Hooters Ford as he is in 8th position. Dylan Poteet 9th, and 10th position right now is Zachary Fitzwater with Charles Sanford running in 11th position. Going 12th right now is Keith Batson. 13th is Preston Plord, as Batson's just now gotten by Plord on this lap. 14th is Jay Jefferson. 15th right now is Nicholas Wade. 16th is Eli Bright. 17th right now is Becca Tellier. 18th position is Kat Batson. 19th is Zach Winkle. And 20th right now is Mike Becker with Quentin Moore, 21st, matching his car number. 21st at the moment is the 1 car Diego Yepes. 23rd position is Paul Minnick. 24th is Nathan Norman. 25th, Simon Bloomfield. 26th position is TJ Dent. Seth Cole. And making his way through the field nicely as you ride inside Seth Cole's car. Car number 98. He's at the 27th position at the moment. Seth rides that car through the inner loop here as he sets the car now in the turn number 9. Trying to get by TJ Dent up ahead in 26th position. Seth running 27th. Now rides. Now see how fast he goes into turn number 10 of 165 miles per hour into the 10th corner, and he'll ride that. Take turn number 11 here. TJ Dent goes a little bit wide here. Seth closes in, tries to go inside now. Let's see what happens in the turn number 1. And Seth has it in fourth gear briefly before he has to brake hard for turn number 1, down about 70 miles per hour through that part of the course. And now moves inside Simon Bloomfield in the 9 car, and moves Simon up the track. So Seth, looking strong, is now picking up 26, now 25th position. So Seth's car pretty fast here at the Glen. So Bloomfield drops to 26. 27th is now TJ Dent. Riley Spurlingtube's 29th or 28th position. 29th is Mitchell Collins. 30th is Jose Mills. 31st is Ty Dent. 32nd, Rob Evans. 33rd right now is the 25. Well, 33rd is now Rob Evans. 32nd is now Jonathan Zorlin. And it's Brommer, Commons, and Almarego, and James Henry. That's the running order at the moment as Kyle Matthews continues to lead. Dylan Young is now taking second position from Jessica Shelton. And now Shelton moves inside of Young in the turn number 1. See who outbreaks who going into the first turn. As we completed the 5th lap of this event, Kyle Matthews still out in front. Shelton has the inside lane on Dylan Young, and she's going to take position away. And that's second place for Shelton now as those three having an epic battle going on at the moment. In the meantime, Cole Deaver trying to get around Jesse Turner, and he's going to take Joshua Osborne with him. It's a couple of wild-eyed Southern boys getting by the New Yorker. And that's by wild-eyed Southern boys. We're talking Deaver from the state of Georgia and Osborne from Kentucky, and you got another Kentuckian right there in this mix, Dylan Poteet in 22. So Deaver has no trouble taking 5th, but Osborne's having trouble taking 6th position away from Jesse Turner. He's finding out that 71 car is not easy to pass here at this racetrack. So Osborne finally does take 6th position away from Jesse Turner, but Turner made him work for it, that's for sure. And meantime, Shelton and Young, they're back at it again for second place there as Dylan Young this time moves inside. And I think that 11th turn, though, I think it's kind of to the point where some drivers have to back it off just a little bit coming off that corner. And so it's to regain control of their car, and I think that's what's cost them some. That's why you see some passing coming off that corner. And in the meantime, Shelton's in the clutches of William Brock in the number 4 machine. So you got 2 Pontiacs leading. You got Ford in 3rd position. Then Chevrolet 4th and 5th at the moment. So Pontiac stopping at the top 2 spots with Matthews and Young. And now Young's locked on the bumper of Kyle Matthews now as they go into turn number 10. Rear bumper cam from Kyle Matthews' car. Now Matthews didn't go wide that time, so he knows that he knew he had he kind of knew watching from the battles that's been going on behind him. He knew if he had to back off though, then he was going to have to fight on his hands with Dylan Young, and now as he goes through the 3rd turn, that's a blind corner at this point because you never know what lies ahead coming off that corner. Now off turn number 4, flat puts it down in 4th gear. And goes into the inner loop, and he goes into the inner loop at 170 miles per hour. So Matthews driving the car a little bit differently as we saw with Seth Cole and Jessica Shelton earlier. And comes off and goes through 3rd gear as he goes down through the 9th corner. And now in the 10th turn at 163 miles per hour. So Matthews a little slower than the other 2 we saw going into turn number 10. But meantime, the front 3 they are locked together. Matthews off the 11th turn got a little sideways, but still maintains control of the car as with Dylan Young up on his back bumper. And here comes Dylan Young to the inside of Matthews for position. Young got a little, Matthews got a little wide going to come off turn number 1. But Matthews says, I'm the one who's supposed to be leading this race. Dylan Young says, over my dead body. And Shelton, meantime, is working, trying to see who she wants to battle with, trying to draft off with. And she decides to hook up the back bumper of the 42 of Matthews. Now they come into turn number 5, the inner loop. And Young had to back off. Shelton takes second right there. So Young had to climb up on the rumble strips to avoid getting wrecked. And now that cost him a spot. But he's staying right there with him. And that's let William Brock and Cole Deaver in this mix now. The 4 and the 3 cars. All 5 of these drivers have won a race this season, though. The 1 and 6 position, Joshua Osborne, has not yet won in season 21. And I tell you, if he can get up to the back of this bunch of cars, I may not be counting that. I may not be counting the 4, 3, and 15 out just yet. This is some great racing we're seeing here in a while here at Watkins Glen. That is for sure. And rest of the top 10 right now, Johnny Gardner's in 7th. 8th is Dylan Poteet. 9th is Charles Sanford. In 10th position now is Zachary Fitzwater. Still don't have much to here. Still got quite a few laps to go. We're down to 5 laps to go. 4.5 now here at the Glen. Which one of these top 6 cars can pull this off? That is the question. We're still quite a few minutes away from answering that question, as Kyle Matthews still leads them down off the corner. Battle right there for 7th position between Johnny Gardner and Dylan Poteet, going on to 7 and 22 cars, as they try to form up a little bit of a tandem to try to get up to the front 6 cars. But I think they're quite a ways back, though, because the interval between 6th and 7th now is... Interval between 6th and 7th now is just a little over 2.5 seconds. So they got quite a bit of time to make up. Charles Sanford up to 9th position now, number 24. As we said, Fitzwater's in 10th position. Jesse Turner's dropped to 13th, maybe 12th, obviously, if he can get by Keith Basson. Plord's now up to 11th position. Jesse Turner and Keith Basson battling for 12th position with Nicholas Wade in car number 14 running 14th. And Jay Jefferson dropped to 15th position, number 5. So that's how they run right now at the moment. As we go back to the front, the battle at the front. Coming down for 3 laps to go. Kyle Matthews. Can he hold off this pack of cars here? He's doing a good job doing so far. You got a bit of a scare from Dylan Young just a couple of laps ago when he slid wide, come off that first turn, and Young went to the inside, almost a la Chase Elliott, Martin Truex Jr. In this race. And now we got yellow flag is out for the first time here today. The yellow flag is out. This is going to be a race for the win here. The leaders have not yet taken the yellow, so they'll be coming down for 2 laps to go. So they'll be coming down for 2 to go to stand by. So basically, who crosses the start finish line first is going to be your winner here at the Glen. It's looking like it's Kyle Matthews' race right now, but Shelton's still dogging that back bumper of the racetrack of the car. Let's see what happens coming off that, going through the 10th and 11th turns. Through turn number 10 he goes. Now through turn number 11. Matthews swings it wide off that 11th corner. Does not hit the wall. And to start finish line, the yellow and white flags. The yellow flag is out. And that was 2 laps to go. So that may be the end of the race. And if that's the case, Kyle Matthews has won his 3rd race of the season with Shelton's 2nd. And I believe James Henry was the one that crashed in the 75 car. So was Shelton. Matthews leader, Shelton was 2nd, and Dylan Young was 3rd. Well, I'm going to see where the caution flag. If it wasn't James Henry that crashed, then what caused the yellow flag to fly? There's the cause of the crash. Becca Tellier and Seth Cole was the cause of the crash. So this happened in 16th position. That's where Becca was at. And Seth was moving nicely through the field from up to 17th when all this happened, too, off the 11th corners. Becca took it a bit too wide. Thought she had Seth cleared, and then next thing you know, they were lucky to miss the water barrels right there that separates at the entrance of the pit road, but the 6 and the 98 cars got the fuzzy end of their lollipops here as they come down off the 11th corner, and thus they tangled up. So that knocked them both out of contention for a good finish here today, here at the Glen. On board with Seth Cole. So, bad deal for Seth Cole as he crashes out here at or not out of the race though, but that's going to drop Seth back to the 25th position, which still is an improvement from where he started, but still could have been a whole lot better run had that not have happened. But the yellow and white flags have both waved, and Kyle Matthews is going to pick up his third victory of the season as he takes home the Budweiser at the Glen. Jessica Shelton comes home second position. An epic battle those two had, along with Dylan Young, who finishes third. I tell you, those three put on a great show for us here at the Glen today. Fourth will go to car number 4, William Brock. Fifth will go to Cole Deaver, so Shelton will not pick up very many points on Deaver, because that number 3 car has been running very strong so far this season, obviously. 6th place will go to Joshua Osborne. 7th to Dylan Poteet. 8th will go to Johnny Gardner. 9th to Charles Sanford. And Zachary Fitzwater will finish in 10th position. 11th to Preston Plord. 12th to Keith Badson. 13th, Jesse Turner. 14th, Nicholas Wade. And Jay Jefferson comes home in 15th position. So the field comes off the 11th corner here as the field comes off the 11th corner, and there it is. Kyle Matthews takes the checkered flag and wins the Budweiser at the Glen here at Watkins Glen. So we'll take a look at the rest of the finishing order for you here today. 11th place will go to Preston Plord. We mentioned 12th will Keith Basson, then Turner 13th, Nicholas Wade 14th, Jay Jefferson 15th. Eli Bright will come home 16th in this race here today. Cat Basson 17th. 18th will go to Diego Yepes. 19th is Zach Winkle, and Quentin Moore will finish in 20th position. 21st will go to Paul Minnick. 22nd to Mike Becker. 23rd to Nathan Ormond. 25th to Simon Bloomfield, or 24th to Simon Bloomfield. 25th, Seth Cole. 26th, Becca Tellier. 27th will go to Jonathan Sorlin. Riley Spurley, 228. 29th will go to Rob Evans. Sky Cummins moved up to 30th from his 37th starting position. Jose Mills, 31st. 32nd, Mitchell Collins. 33rd, Ty Dent. 34th, Vince Almorego. 35th, Ryan Brommer. 36, James Henry and TJ Dent with a camshaft failure ends up finishing 37th in today's event. So that will do it here today at Watkins Glen. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Gaming Channel. We get everything on the channel. We get NNSCRA gaming videos, whatever person the NNSCRA desires for his channel. And please be sure to check out the Last West Life Series, the Coors Light Truck Series, Pizza Hut X Series, and the Hershey's Cup Series. Please be sure to check those races out as well as the Skittle Super Speedway Series. That's a new series from Seth Cole himself. So be sure to check all those series out on this channel as well. And also please be sure to join our other NNSCRA series, including the Marvel Studios Cup series from Thrashman 899 and McKinley Man 93s, Budweiser All Pro series. So be sure to check all the series out as well. And under some of the best offline series are under the NNSCRA umbrella as for sure. So, averaging 110.79 miles per hour, Kyle Matthews gets the win here at the Budweiser at the Glen, as he takes it all here, as he dominates the day on this racetrack here, but not without a fight from Jessica Shelton and Dylan Young. Those three, as I said, put on an excellent show for us here today. So, we'll go to Michigan next on the tour for the running of the Champion Spark Plug 400. Here, as 23 races are down in the books, and we still have about 11 more races to go here this season. And so for now, it's James Colson in production of the NNSCRA, offline racing at its best.
Greg, did you have any ignition problems?